Henry the Hawk, an epic adventure with Captain Nemo.
It's because of the imaginations of 5 beautiful people that this silly little fun story is written. They know they are loved more than all the drops in the oceans. Not too long ago, in a little cottage in Pennsylvania, there lived 5 children named December, August, June, July and May. It was a cold, blustery day outside, so the 5 children were in the cottage playing in the basement. As they were playing, they heard a knock on the playroom window. It was Henry the Hawk. The children opened the window to let Henry come inside. After the children gave Henry the Hawk a big hug hello, he asked the children,
"Who's up for an adventure?"
The children were so excited that they could go on an adventure. They were laughing and giggling with joy and running around like crazy.
Remember, I can travel the globe and even through space and time, so tell me, what would you like to do?
No one had any ideas. But Henry had an idea. A super-duper great idea. Henry said,
I've got a very good friend named Captain Nemo. He texted me the other day. Yes, that's right. Even us birds have cell phones. Aha. Said he was going on an epic adventure to find a lost city.
And then August said,
Oh, I know what lost city is looking for. El Dorado, right? Your friend found the road to El Dorado, the mythical lost city of gold. My dad and I thought he found it once, but it turned out to be a dope.
Henry said,
Nope, but great guess. It's Atlantis.
December then asked,
Isn't Atlantis supposed to be underwater? I know you can go anywhere and do anything, Henry. But how is your friend going to find it?
It's a great question, December.
Henry said.
Captain Nemo texted me the map he found hidden in a very special book at the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. And as far as the lost city being underwater, my good friend built his own submarine that he calls the Nautilus.
Henry then told the children,
Captain Nemo also told me that he found other nifty items of interest in this book of secrets. But we'll save those for another adventure.
Before Henry could finish telling the story about Captain Nemo and the map he found, the children quickly put on their backpacks and then June asked,
So when do we leave?
Get ready to get smallified.
Henry took out his controller, pointed it at each of the kids, and with a click of a button, they shrank to no more than a few inches tall. Anxious for their adventure to begin, they all piled on top of Henry and buckled up. They always have so much fun flying with Henry, they could even see their house. So after a few minutes of flying around the neighborhood, Henry told the children to get ready for supersonic speed. They held on tight, and before they knew it, they saw many vibrant colors flashing around them. They couldn't see much except for the exciting colors, and they felt the wind blowing around them. It was a magical ride. When they came to the end of the magical supersonic ride, they found themselves in the most amazing place they've ever seen. Henry said,
Welcome to Captain Nemo's island.
All the kids could say was, Wow! Oh man! Oh wow! Oh! Henry said,
If you look closely, you'll see Captain Nemo's special submarine that he calls the Nautilus.
Before they knew it, they landed on the pier next to the Nautilus. They climbed off of Henry's back and magically grew back to full size. Henry said,
Let's go on board and meet my friend.
Captain Nemo was sitting in his stateroom and said,
Well, hello there, my good friend Henry the Hawk. It's been a long time. How's Henrietta? And who are your friends?
Henry the Hawk said,
Hi, Captain. Yes. It's been too long since our last adventure together. Henrietta is good, beautiful as ever. Henry Jr. and Henrietta Jr. are now in middle school. Fun times. And these are my friends from Pennsylvania. I'd like to introduce you to December, August, June, July, and May.
Hello, children. Welcome to the Nautilus.
Thank you, Captain.
They all said together. Then May spoke up and said,
Henry was telling us about a text you sent him about an adventure to find a lost city. I'm in the Navy and know a little bit about submarines. We would love to go with you on your adventure.
Captain Nemo said,
You know a little about submarines, huh? Maybe I'll have to put you to work. As for this adventure, my friend Henry the Hawk and his friends are always welcome.
The children and Henry were so happy and excited. They jumped around like crazy. Captain Nemo said,
There's no time like the present. Let's get underway.
Captain Nemo said to May,
Man the sonar.
with a smile on his face, May said,
Aye, aye, sir.
As they sailed out to sea, all of a sudden they heard a super loud alarm. Then they heard Captain Nemo say,
Dive! Dive! Dive!
and before they knew it, they were under the water. As the Nautilus traveled the oceans, they saw many wonderful and amazing things. Captain Nemo said,
Let's go find that lost city of Atlantis.
So, with an order to the engine room, Captain Nemo said,
Engage the secret supersonic subsurface Lost City search system.
and before they knew it, the secret supersonic subsurface Lost City search system put them into a colorful and super fast water tube. When the Nautilus emerged from the supersonic search speed, they saw a shining light in the distance. As they approached, a magnificent city arose from the depths. Atlantis was more splendid than they could ever imagine. Towering castles made of pearl, glowing seaweed gardens, and fishes of all colors swimming about. Atlantis was so amazing that Henry did something that only Henry the Hawk could do. He transported himself outside the submarine to get a closer look. Watch out for those sharks, Henry. When Henry got back into the boat, Captain Nemo told him,
I think I'm going to stay in Atlantis for a few weeks to look for hidden treasure. You and the children are welcome to stay.
As much as that would be a fantastic adventure, Henry knew the children had to get home. Captain Nemo agreed and then said to Henry,
Please allow me to show you and the children one more amazing adventure on the Nautilus that they'll never see on any other submarine.
Henry knew what it was going to be. Captain Nemo put on his red smoking jacket and invited Henry and the children into the music parlor. Like going to the symphony, they were treated to the most beautiful music they ever heard. Played by the organ master himself, Captain Nemo. After admiring a little more of the sights of Atlantis and then hearing the symphonic beauty of the Nautilus musical masterpiece, Henry said it was time to go home. Henry smallified the children and they piled onto their feathered friend. Henry spread his wings and flew back through the depths of the oceans to the playroom.
Hold on tight!
Henry called out just before they went supersonic. This time, the children saw different, vivid and wild colors. The children laughed out loud the whole time. They loved this part of the adventure. When they slowed, Henry spread his wings and soared toward the window of the playroom. They landed safely, and the children climbed down off Henry and magically grew back to their normal size. Wow, said all 5 of the children. That was so cool and so much fun. We can't wait for the next adventure. Henry the Hawk said,
I also look forward to our next adventure. Perhaps we'll have to take a peek into the Book of Secrets that Captain Nemo found.
July said,
I once heard that the Book of Secrets has something to say about aliens in Area 51. Maybe we could do that. Maybe.
Henry smiled, as best as hawks can smile, and said,
Perhaps.
and with that, all 5 kids waved goodbye and said,
We love
We
you,
love you,
We
Henry.
can't wait to
We
see
can't
you
wait
again.
to see you again.
Henry flew up into a cloud and a sonic boom could be heard miles away. The end.